welcome back. If you've been here before, welcome if you're new. This is Holiday Cocoa Chapstick, Scented and Flavored. I'm going to tell you what's on my face, and then we're going to prime one eye, and I'll do the intro as I'm doing that. And yeah, and then we're going to edit out doing the other eye, and because my videos be too damn long. And I'm just sleepy, and I got 2 more videos to do today. So we're doing look number 2, and the next clip will be look number 3 with the Grunge Life palette. We are doing this row for this look. I'm excited about it, and for these 2 rows, it's only just that one. This is that really creamy, shiny shade, and this is just a very smooth kind of shimmer, metallic satin, whatever. So that's what we're going to do. What's on my face? The same standard stuff, y'all. Fenty foundation, Fenty brow pencil, Fenty face primer, excuse me, Estee Lauder double wear stay in place flawless spray concealer under eye and this area here. Set the face with Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder, truly tawny. And I might just say set the, because I only use that one setting spray. That one setting powder, excuse me, y'all. House Labs, and I might stop saying bronzer because I use the same ones, except if I switch up and do the Sigma. Deep level 10, medium level 7, both from House Labs. We picked a blush at random, and we picked up Watermelon Bliss. Oh, and picked the highlighter at random, House Labs, Raw Amber. Yes. Then we put on Radiant Light from Hourglass under eye and all over the face. And then we took Eternal Light, and we just put just here, a little bit here, a little bit nose, and a little bit in the center here. Not all over, because this makes me toasty, but I like it though. Lower lash line, Matte Color Excess Stage 5 Clinger. And on our, put that somewhere, try not to, yeah, I dropped something. And on our inner rims, Matte Color Excess Sick Tattoo Bro. I do have out a lipstick. I do have out brushes. I have out liner for upper lash line. Something may change. Who knows? Because y'all know I'll just be doing stuff. So we're going to do this eye on, even though it's the teary eye. So I kind of want to do this side, but we're just going to rock it. We're going to do this one, and I'm excited about this look. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. And yeah, it's a crazy concept because sometimes people feel like they need to act in a way that's not in line with their true character or their true personality. And so I'm here to tell you, let your authentic self shine through. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You said, I need to keep that here. You set the standard for your, yeah, it fell over. You set the standard for yourself. As you're watching beauty related content, try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique, because that's what they're saying you have to do in a video. You don't have to do anything. What I suggest you do, use whatever you want to, however you want to, using whatever technique you prefer to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, the bottom line is this: self-acceptance and self-love. Embrace your natural features, enhance them if you want to, but never feel like you have to. Listen, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That's the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. Being your authentic self, wearing what you want to wear, how you want to wear it, knowing you rocking it and loving yourself for it, even when you're not wearing any makeup at all. That's what we stand for here, and I do hope that that resonates with you. 2 things I need to let you know if you're new here, because if you've been here, you know these things. I do curse sometimes in videos because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives right here in my throat, like right in here. It has a house inside. It randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches through videos. Never any other time of the day, but with videos, whoever that is, whatever that is, it just wants to be heard. And I do always say, excuse me. So those are the 2 things that you need to know. I feel like I'm missing something, or I feel like I want to elaborate on something, but we're just going to dig in because stuff be long. My videos be long. The other one, even though we did a whole lot of things, it was way longer than I thought. We're going to start right here. This is Noise, and this is a Fenty 230 brush. Not that it matters. Use whatever brush you want to. And we're going to, oh my gosh, And we're going to just pat that. Oh my gosh. And I'm patting lightly. I just patted in twice and tapped off. And I'm just pressing it, very lightly pressing it. And look, I'm going to put the tip in and tap off because I want to get down here along my lash line. Y'all, these I'm kind of speechless. So we're going to use the tip of the brush just to kind of go back and forth up here, just to kind of get our blend going. I typically don't use a shadow to blend out another shadow. I just use the tip of the brush. And I'm going to tap here, and also, dare I feather this out just a little bit, whatever's left on the tip of the brush. And because we're doing that, it is pulling some shadow from in here, so we are going to put that back. I don't want to wing it a lot, and I am still very much learning how to wing it in a way that I like it, and that is not consistent. So I think the color's not consistent, so I think I'm going to take another brush. Did I already pull that brush out? Yep, I did, to wing out the shadow. This is nice. So we're just going to pat right here just to get the color to be consistent. Oh my gosh. So the brush I have out, that was for lower lash line, but we have two of them. We're going to take this brush and we're going to just press on one side, wiggle, and then we're going to sweep it out. I really like this brush for lower lash line and for winging out shadow. It's very flimsy, and sometimes maybe under my brow. But this brush, what does it say? Angled shading brush. It's very flimsy. And I was intentionally, oh, I'm tired. I was intentionally trying to find a purpose I like it for, and I found I love it for winging shadow and for putting lower lash line. So that's all we're going to do right there with that. We're going to now go into, why does this look like it has sparkles in it? Do you see that? This has sparkles in it, and I didn't notice it till just now. Maybe I noticed it when I did the swatches, I'm not sure. But that's gonna go, we're gonna bring that green over. So we're tapping in a green, again, it's gonna say a green. Y'all, today, y'all, my hormones is just doing stuff and I wish they would just stop, and I'm just exhausted. And I did get up today earlier than yesterday. Yesterday, I think I got up at like almost 7:30 at night. Today, I got up at like 4 in the afternoon. And I didn't want to. And I knew I wanted to do these 3 videos today. So I said, let me just get up and just push through it. But, yeah, girl, troll hair is tired. Because I don't just, excuse me, I don't want to just not do nothing all day, even though that's what I feel like. Now we're going to take this shade here, which is Distressed. And do I feel distressed? So I'm swiping, I'm patting and swiping, and we're gonna put that here. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was gonna show up darker. We're gonna sweep back and forth in between. I can't even see. I don't know. I came over too far, but we're, this, it is blending, and it did help that I did feather in that green some. So we did kind of get that blend going. And sometimes I don't have to feather in first, because when I do this, what I'm doing now, top to the bottom, bottom to the top, that usually blends shades together. But this is kind of not. So we're going back in, and we're going to do up top just to get that blend going a little bit. Yeah, this is not really moving. This is interesting. Unless that green is just that strong, which is a possibility. So we're going to go back to the green. We're going to tap in lightly and tap off. And we're going to start here over the tan, and we're going to pull outward and hope that that gives us a blend. It is, without making it seem like another line, like how it did look like a straight line. So we're using the green to feather that in, and I do like how that's looking. It is looking more blended. I'm tapping in very lightly, tapping off, and we're going to do the same thing. Come over to that brown, to Distressed, and pull outward over the green. Ooh, that's pretty. This is the grunge I like. All right, we're going to put that brush down. We're going to take, this is the Esom V27 brush. We're going to take Aesthetic. And my aesthetic is grunge. Messy grunge preferably. Vampy, dark, smoky. Those are my preferred aesthetics. This is very creamy. Oh gosh. And so it's not wanting to really pick up on the brush. We're going to put that on the inner corner. Now you see how when I do this, it's looking blue? That's this shade. So it does have a shift to it. And I did just see the blue and I moved it too fast. So yeah, that right there. So it doesn't want to pick up easily. And for this, the same as the first look we did with that top shade fillings, you have to get the, well, not have to, but it helps to get the chunk on the brush and not tap it off. Put it on and press it and smear it. And it does smear easily. And so it's not, you know, flaking off. It's not creating fallout. It's not going into my eye. And it may look patchy. When I do this, it doesn't. But when I look up here, it looks patchy. And that's just how the shadow is textured. So I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. But that's the nature of these types of shadows. Like when I go like this, you can tell it's not patchy. But because you see the different colors in it, and I hope you are, because I am seeing it down here in the mirror where I'm looking down, it doesn't look patchy. But because some of it looks blue, some of it looks brown, it may look patchy depending on how the light hits it. I do believe that is a lot better. Oh, wow. We're going to go back to Distressed. We're tapping in twice, and we're going to overlap Aesthetic. I'm not quite toning it down, but I guess I am. Because I do want this dress to show up and it just not look like this inner corner shade and the green. But this shade is a there, not there for me almost. And so even though I think, okay, I am seeing more of it now through the sparkles. So that is that. Now we're going to, we're going to take Damaged. And this is a Makeup Geek brush, Defined Crease brush. And we're going to tap and roll. Ooh, tap and roll. And I almost dropped it and almost rolled. Excuse me. And we are just going to lightly just feather over here and out here. We're going to turn the brush and just lightly feather here and here. Keep in mind it's a Defined Crease brush. Use brushes for whatever you like use them for. It is nice when they do say, because that gives you an idea, like if you really don't know. But because I don't do a typical crease shade, anything that says crease brush is not going to be used in my crease, because y'all see I don't do a crease shade. So I'm going back in, turning as I go, and we're going to come along the edge of this green and out here, and along this edge up here. That's nice. Look, it turned a lighter green up here on that top edge. So this is also a there, not there color. But hey, we got our grunge going on. Lower lash line. I want to put this lower lash line, but I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's going to pick up. This is a dense brush and it's tapered. So I am swiping and turning. It's not wanting to pick up. I see the shadow on the brush, but not any of the flakes, which is what we need to get on the brush for it to show up. And I don't think this is going to work. This is not going to work. Not with this brush. I'm still turning and swiping. And so we're going to see what we can get. And I do see some of the sparkles under my eye, but it's not what I really want. So what we're going to do, we're going to wipe this brush off. Well, you know what? We're not, because then we got to do this on the other eye too, don't we? I could just leave it like that. You know what? Because I was going to do something else under here anyway. So we're going to just leave this like this, because I had a feeling this was going to do this. So we're going to leave that like that. This is a clean one. And we're going to go into Distressed, this shade here. And we're going to go straight in and we're going to tap off and we're going to put that on top of those sparkles, since they kind of don't want to. Oh, I like that. So we tapped in twice, we tapped off. This eye feels like it wants to start tearing. And I'm looking at the two eyeliner colors I pulled out to use, and I'm questioning my choices. Yeah, it's wet right here already. Oh man, yeah, it's wet right here. So if it tears down and this whole area gets wet in here, I'm just gonna put more. I tapped in once. I'll just put more Distress like in here, and we'll just blow it down really far. So at least it'll show up for the pictures. The color will show up for the pictures. Yeah, this is really wet in here. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and do one of the eyeliners that I pulled out, not both of them. This is Inglot, and it is the red one, and this is number 79. So we're gonna take this. And I also have pulled out the yellow one, because I was thinking of yellow first half upper lash line, this second half, but I think I'm gonna like this on the first half. So let's just see, and then we'll decide if I'm going to put the yellow on the outer half or not. So I'm just getting some on the brush. This is a MAC 210, and we're going to put this right here. That's cute. Even though y'all know I don't be trying to be cute, I be trying to be messy and grungy. I do think I'm gonna take that yellow. That's gonna be bright. Y'all like, girl, don't do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna take a clean one. And we are just kind of swiping. This is number 84. Y'all just like, girl. Y'all know we... Y'all know we just be doing stuff. And it's fun. Like, just play around. Oh, play if you dare. Man, I feel like I need to take a brown and put like in the middle. Because that's I'm going to go back with the red and pull that over. But it's not going to blend, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm thinking of putting something else there. So we're just pulling this out, trying to go straight, trying to get a fade. I do like the yellow there, though. I do. We're going back with the red. Oh, Lord. And we're just going to just try to... Okay. So just get the red as close to the lash line as possible, and you see the yellow up top. So at least it's just not like that harsh, straight line. Mascara. We're going to put on the Queen Luzia, but then I'm going to top it with MAC Stack. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you what lip I'm going to use. And then we're going to edit out doing this whole eye. So I'm going to edit out putting on this mascara. We wipe off some chapstick. We're going to put on Max Caviar. Y'all know we got to do it. But Dark Forest would look good with this too. Actually, a lot of stuff would look good with this. But y'all know I got to do it black. We're going to take a little bit of the Fenty Gloss Bomb and Riri, and we're going to just put that in the center, just a tiny bit. And I am wiping some off, and I've done this before because I see some black on the cap. I mean on the tip. So we're just going to put this right here and do that. All right, we're going to edit out this eye and come back with the finished look. This is our finished look, y'all. What do you think? Yes, I'm doing pictures. And while we're at it, we're going to go into our screenshot for our thumbnail. Thank you very much. So, I love it. That's all I can say. I love how we did the two-tone liner. My wings are looking decent today. I'm loving the lip and how that gloss just puts a little bit of shine in the middle, which most glosses do over the black. It doesn't show up as a color much over the black. But that's all I'm going to say. So, excuse me, hiccup. Disgusting ass troll. Hang tight and you'll see me back here for look number 3. We're starting today with vent. Vanilla mint chapstick. Y'all, I was going back and forth in text messages. Y'all, some people have too much free time and stuff just be off the rails. This eye is already primed. I'm going to show you what's on my face. The basic Fenty Estee Lauder Fashion Fair stuff. We did Sigma. This is matte bronzer dark. We did Sigma blush. Both of these Grace has sent me. This is called Bronze Star. We did both of the Hourglass powders. We did MAC. Well, we did the MAC highlighter in Double Gleam. And then we did the Hourglass powders. Brows, of course. Scandinavia, of course. So we're going to jump into this. Oh, before we do that, I know I'm talking fast, y'all. Feel rushed because I need to just shorten my videos, but then I need to stop talking so freaking much, right? Yeah, troll. Stop talking so darn much. Sephora 12-hour retractable eyeliner, waterproof, and this shade is number 14, Shimmer Khaki Green, and that is on my lower lash lines and on my upper and lower inner rims. I do have liners pulled out. I have a lip pulled out, so we just want to jump into it. We are doing this last row, and I'm like, what are we going to do with this black? Because if I put that out of corner, which I think, just a little bit though, just a little bit. So that's what we're using today. This brush was from the green. This was this from yesterday, and yes, I washed it. That green is strong. So we're going to use this for the black since it's already stained. I'm going to try and go lightly and do this because it's black. So it's going to be dark. I imagine most people will do the look and then use this to deepen outer corner, or they will use it for upper lash line. That's my thought, because I don't see a lot of people do a lot of dark looks. Not just putting like I am just a black out here. They use it to deepen. And that's kind of what we're going to do. So we're just getting this here and getting a little bit more because it looks like a patch right here. I'm liking winging out the liner on my lower lash line, and it does kind of act as a guide for where the shadow goes. It's still looking a tad patchy. And that's because I am tapping, very lightly in the black because I don't want it to be super, super dark. And that's a dark black, which I love. So we're going to just tap up here, just tapping. And now we're going to just feather just a little bit. I was thinking that song, just a little bit of love, a little bit. This side always seems to have a sharp angle where this side always ends up coming out around it. So we're just tapping, and I may have missed putting primer there, which is why that happens. Even though I thought I smoothed it out really well, we're going to leave it. So now we're going to take the green. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. The black was called Distortion. This green is Apathy. We're going to take that. I couldn't figure out whether to do the green or the red first. Either way, this is definitely a grungy palette, like, period. And I love it. So we're going to, ooh. And I do think the red would have looked equally as nice as the green. Oh my gosh. Yeah, first impressions. This palette is definitely a grungy palette, and I love it for that. I love that it's true to the name. Dare I say it was worth the wait, though I still think they need to do a gift with purchase because 13 weeks is just too long. Even if it's just a note or a postcard and you sign it, like Felicia does with Nomad Cosmetics, like just something a little extra, saying thank you for being patient. Okay, but you had my money for 3 months before I got my product. And so even though I'm glad I have it, and I do think it was worth the price, like the weight is just ridiculous. And so I will try to not always say that when I use this palette. It's just it bothers me, but not enough where I didn't buy it knowing that the wait time was going to be long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not upset or anything. I'm just like, because I made the choice. So if I'm going to be upset, it's going to be at myself. You know what I mean? And sometimes I am upset at myself, and I'm not, but I'm just saying I know I need to stop. This is 90s. We're going to go into this red. Oh, y'all. Oh, man. And think I flicked too much. Let me go this way. This is nice. This is different. You know what? This palette gives me that messy grunge I like. We're going back and forth where the two shades meet. This is definitely that murky, messy grunge I like. What I'm thinking now is like this with the Yucca palette, however you pronounce it. But because this has those darker tones, whereas Yucca doesn't have a lot of darker tones. I know y'all probably sick of me like, girl, just do the look. And this is why your videos be long, because you be doing stuff. So this is the Yucca palette, and this is this one. So like I don't know. Where'd they go? Huh. I think I might do a swatch party. Just comparing both of these, even though they are different. Because just seeing the tones together, let me leave that out. Seeing those tones together, like it seems like it would be some overlap. But then swatching, they may look different, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're going to do that one day. It's a swatch party. Because that may satisfy you. The Yucca palette may satisfy you. Even though this has dark greens in it, that one had like, they had greens in it, but they were different tones of green. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm trying to be nuanced and it ain't working. We're not going to do a brow bone shade for this look. And I did think to come up to this one, but we're going to stick to the rose. Now we're going to take, do I want to bring that further over? I do. I want to bring that further over because we are going to overlap with that shimmer that's in this row. And so even just this, and what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the brush with Apathy, that green, and we're going to bring that a little bit further over. And this can be your look. And these are all mattes. Like if we would bring the red all the way in and put the green in the center and the black, that can be the look. Like look at that. And do a black eyeliner if you want to. Put something else on lower lash line, or just leave this under there, which is a green. I have an idea. I'm going to redo a look that I did quite by accident because I was just rushing and I wasn't thinking too hard about it. Some of my best work, I think, I'm not going to say that. Sometimes some of my best looks are just like accidents, or it's just like, let's just get this on. But I really liked it, and so I am going to roll back around to that, and I know you don't know what I'm talking about. We're going to take 90s, no. Alternative, this shade here. And we switching to a different type of brush. Those were Fenty's. This is the Esom one. I do have a link for the Esom brushes below. I do have links for, oh my gosh. I love the texture of this because it's smooth. Even though I do like how these two showed up, it was work. Yeah, I stuck my finger in it. This one and this one are smooth. And so you saw I just put the brush in it and swiped it, and it was like, what's up, we here, how you doing? We're going back to the brush that had 90s on it, that red. And we're going to actually put a little bit more in the brush, and we're going to overlap. So just so this isn't that bright all the way over. So we're trying to tone it down. I thought about doing a halo eye, and then I was thinking too much, and I said, you know what, no, let's just be simple like we've been doing with these looks. I like that. We're going back to the brush that had Alternative, and we're just going to bring that up to the brow right there. And we're going to feather over whatever's in the brush, and we're going to just feather that all the way over. So this is just going to give us like that shiny line, maybe, where the shine is dulling down as we go out. But I like this. So we're just trying to get that shiny line. This is definitely that messy grunge I like. Oh my Lord. We're also going to take, that's going to be bright. I don't know. We're going to take, this is not 90s, Alternative lower lash line, but then we're going to feather that black over top of it. Because this is brighter than I thought it was going to be. Because even I do swatches, like I be forgetting like what stuff look like. I do not have any fallout. The only shades that gave fallout from this palette were Fillings and Aesthetic. Excuse me. Wow, a hiccup and a belch. 2 for 2. Excuse me. But everything else in here, these two just regular smooth shimmers, I love them. Because they're just easy. I don't have to take time to pick it up. It just picks up on the brush. And even putting it for lower lash line, you saw how this one, when I was putting it on lower lash line, it took time. But this right here, oh, we are going to take a black because y'all know I want it a little bit darker. And we're going to take this brush, this LaRouche brush that I am liking a lot for. I'm going to start out here. I am liking a lot for, I went under the line here, but for here, we're going to go on top of the red. So we're just adding some depth to it and toning it down just a little bit. And we are going to bring it down some, but we are definitely still covering up that red. Ooh, that red is shining. It's more like a fiery, it's like an orange. It almost reminds me, but not quite, of, I forget what the shade is called. One of the Blitz shades in one of the Pat McGrath palettes. That's like a fiery orange. And I can't remember at this moment which mothership it was. Back to the brush that had alternative on it. And we're just going to bring that further out because we brung that black out. Y'all. Okay, so upper lash line. We're going to stick with the funk and the grunge. I did kind of want to pull out the black, but I think it's good where it is. I was going to feather it out with this, but we're going to keep that where it is. We're going to use Couture. This is, no, it's not. This is Terrible Vision from Melt Cosmetics. And we're going to put that upper lash line. We're going to put this on, and then we're going to top it with this. We are going to put a black lip on, and I think I want to top it with this, but this is brighter than I want, and so we're going to see. So we're going to do all of that, and when we come back, yeah, we're going to do all of that. Do this other eye, come back, everything will be done. This is our finished look. We did not take this shade and put on our lips. We are going to take Pat McGrath Bronze Venus, and we're going to put that on lips because I didn't want it that bright. We do have our triple wing thing going on over here. This shows up pink like that other one. Yeah. That's the only place we're going to put it, right there. This look is done, so let's do it. Let me move over. Thank you. And now you know. Screenshot. Thank you for bearing with me when I do that. So this is the look. You see the witchamajigga thingy. This is what we have. We do have kind of a quadruple wing, but when I smile, it gets eaten up. So we have the black here. We have this shade here. And then we have the black shadow from up here. And then Terrible Vision up here. I started to just stop it here when I was doing this eye. And then I'm like, let me wing it. But then winging it, you don't really see the black that's in between. I do think this may become one of my things, bringing my lower lash line shadow out, leaving a little bit more space, or just stopping the top line up here, because I do like that look. And I do like the multiple wings. And for me, it doesn't look like too much, but it may be for some of you, and that is okay. And I appreciate you for being here when I do things and you're like, I would never do that, but she did it, and she did the damn thing. This eye is a lot darker. I don't know what happened. And I did go back to try to make this darker. So here you do see the black, you see the green, and then you see the green blending into the red. Over here, it just looks like greenish black or blackish green. And I did keep trying to add green and it wouldn't do it. And then I tried to add more black, it wouldn't do it. But there still is a blend going on. So user error. And that's why sometimes I don't like doing one eye at a time, because sometimes, like now, it looks different. I do like that we took this shade and just bordered it up here. I do like that. So it's kind of like, is there something there? Is it not? But when you look close, it's like, yeah, it is. And that's kind of cute. And it fills in some space between the top edge of the lid shades and the brow bone. So what are my thoughts about this palette? If you've seen the 3 looks I've done, you know my thoughts about this palette. I I'm really digging it. The mattes are phenomenal. They're smooth. They go on easy, and it's true to pan. I mean, you've seen the stains from the brushes. These two, I do like the formula. It just takes a little bit more work to get it on the brush, get the chunk on and smear it, but I know how to work with them, so it's not an issue. This one though, and this shade, easy as... It's easy. Swipe the brush, put it on, and it's just like bam, like you saw it. It was like, ooh. And even when I use this shade, it was just like, oh wow, you know what I mean? And so I was going to say, if I had to choose between this formula and this formula, I don't know, because this, I think these would be great for just in a corner, or just, you know, and or for topping, or for like a halo look, top it just on the center of the lid. So I do feel like they have a purpose. It's just when I think of how easy the mattes go on, when I think of how easy this one and that one is to use, and it's like these two take a little bit of work. And so that's the only thing. For Salem, the Salem Cosmetics Far As Heart palette, all of the metallics in there were this formula, if I'm not mistaken. And so I had just got used to it, you know what I'm saying? But having dealt with this one and this one in the same row for the same look, it was just like, okay, y'all need to kind of switch up things, or switch up brushes, or just take more time, as you saw. And this look we did was the longest, because it was just trying to get all that in. By this row, I knew and remembered how these formulas work. But this one and this one, I absolutely love. If I did have to choose, I would say give me this formula and that formula instead of these two. Just because it's easier. And y'all know I like makeup to be easy. Put the brush in it, put it on, and it works. However, these do serve a purpose, and they are really pretty, and they are workable. It's not a hassle. It's just a little bit more time needed to get it on the brush and get it on the lid. And so let me know your thoughts about the looks that I've done. Let me know your thoughts about this palette. This is definitely grunge life, and not the cutesy grunge. And you can do cutesy grunge with it. Man, the way I held it, my finger dipped into this brown up here. So let me try not to do that again. You can do cutesy, you know, just do this right here. Easy kind of look. If you want to do monochromatic, you can use that green, this one, and this one. If you don't want to put this outer corner, because you see what it does, you can use it for your upper lash line. Like, you don't have to do like all these things. If you want to stick with, you know, just reds and shimmers, you can put this outer corner or all over the lid, and then layer it with this one, because that kind of turns into that, but then it turns to this nice kind of green. And just put this wherever you want to put it, or put this all over. And just layer just your mobile lid with this. And so you can do less dramatic looks, and I don't even know if this is dramatic, because this is just where I live, and so for me it's not dramatic, but you can. Or if you just want to do like an all matte brown smoky look, just use those right there, you know what I'm saying? So there are, I see a lot of looks in this palette. We're going to give it a rest, and we're going to do some other things, but I am excited to come back around to it. I do like how this looks here. I like how this looks too, that you can see the distinct colors, but y'all know I like dark, so this right here is like really feeding me. But I do like both sides. I don't know why I couldn't get it the same. I don't know what happened. Maybe I took the black over too far. I think that might be what I did. And once it was there, you can layer whatever you want on top of it. That green was like, we're going to just get absorbed into the black. So it's very much a learning experience. And so now I know. And probably just don't always do one eye at a time. Or just do the extra editing. Do outer corner here, edit out outer corner here. Second shade here, edit out second shade there. That's a lot of editing, and that's why I stopped doing that, because it's very time consuming. But in situations like this with shadows that are as saturated as these, that's when it's easier for me to mess up, because this black is distortion. That black is strong. And once I put it down, like it wasn't, and you can see the shine from the green, even though it's a matte shade, but and so that's a learning experience for me with this black, is just make sure I'm putting it evenly if I do one eye at a time. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Let me know about the looks. And y'all know I'm loving the base. It's just snatch without being like without catfishing people. And y'all know I love a black lip. So we're going to go. Thank you so much for being here. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. Click the like button. It helps out the channel. It helps me in the algorithm. If you're interested in joining, there's a link below, and also lots of playlists below, lots of information down below, lots of all sorts of stuff below, because I be doing the most. I do. And it's okay. So thank you for being here. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.